vendo? Mama. You've already paid the toll, so it will be free for you. My ox is strong, no?
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons.
What? A box? Why are you bothering me with something like that? I do, actually. Okay, fine. Let's see it. Well, I can't say I ever expected to see this. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm shocked it took her this long to dig it up. Medva was my great-great-grandfather. His mother brought him to Eastshade with nothing to her name except some seeds from their homeland. According to the story, she kept them there, in that very box. She wanted to plant them here so Eastshade would share a piece of home. I can't believe you actually recovered it. Makes sense it would be Lady Samira's scheme, but I can't figure out what she'd want to do with seeds. Doesn't really seem to fit her style. The seeds must still be in here. I've got another key somewhere, unless Samira got to that one too somehow. I think I'll try planting them. In pots, of course. They're an invasive species. Thanks for rescuing this for me. It's nice to have a piece of my family's history.
You know what? This box is basically a historical artifact. It would be nice for other travelers to see a part of immigrant history. Would you mind delivering it to the innkeeper up the hill?
Trails aren't going to take care of themselves. These trails aren't going to take care of themselves.
I traveled to Lindau once, when I was very young. Aside, that stuff is... That box! Oh, Lady Samira said she lost a box in the Howling Caverns. No one believed her. It belonged to her mother's, dad's, best friend? Or was it that Lady Samira hid the box there because bear folk were trying to steal it from her? Or was she stealing it from the bear folk? I can't really remember anymore. You should tell her though, she'll be so happy.
How's the hot I do love working here in the university. How's the hot
Come back to taunt me? Or are you gonna give me the box after all? You stole the jewels, didn't you, you thieving shrew? I don't speak to liars. Leave me be, child.
Hello, good traveler. As for me, I still haven't got anyone new out here to fly with me. Shame, because I know anyone would love it if they saw it.
I traveled to Lindau. That
Gather round. Come hear tale of trickery and wit. There was once a witch who lived in a tiny hut at the edge of a swamp. She was skilled in the cure nearly any ailment. Though she had many visitors, her truest companions were a cluster of spiders living under her table. One day, a man ambled up the path and knocked upon her door. You must be the wise witch Flera, curer of all ills. He looked around the hut with a sneer. People cross the world for your cures, and yet you live in this terrible shack. Surely folks pay dearly for the chance to continue breathing. But Flera was not one for glowstones, and she quite liked her home. She only stiffened and asked what his ailment was. So, he told her of the terrible pains and aches he suffered. Horrible scratching in his toenails, in each strand of hair, and in his tear ducts. It was a torture like none other. But he'd heard of the cure, only to be found in the swamp near her home. The only way to ease his pain? The heart root. Well, in all her years of saving lives, Flera had never heard of such a route. But the bog wasn't so treacherous, and she had gone in many times for lesser cures. So, she agreed to find the heart root, and the man agreed to wait in her hut. Flera trudged through the swamp, thick with slime and the stinking air heavy with rot. When she came to a clearing of black clay, she thrust her hands into the wet muck, but alas, nothing. She dug for hours, her back aching and fingernails packed with mud. Finally, just as twilight fell to darkness, she found it. A spiraled green tuber, pulsing and glowing like a star. She lifted the root, heavy with swamp water, and slid it into her bag. Not a moment later, something rustled in the shadows. A tiny silhouette showed itself beside her.
You have stolen from me! That root is not yours to take!
It hissed. The witch could just make out the sight of a moss elf, staring up at her in fury. She told him of the ailing man and the power of the strange root, but the moss elf only grew more angry and stamped his feet in the swampy muck.
It's a root of poison and destruction!
He screeched.
It cannot heal anything! I curse you! I curse you to remain in this bog forever!
And he snatched the root from her bag before darting back into the night. Flera's path melted away, replaced by a ring of identical tree trunks, branches crisscrossing, weaving a cage around her. Roots churned under her feet, and a bone-chilling mist draped itself over the bog. Flera sat down on a tree trunk and got to thinking, wondering about the man who had sent her in hunt of the root. Had he known the truth? Had he wanted to use it for evil? No way to tell, so she set to trying to remember if anyone had ever broken a moss elf curse. Just then, she felt a tickling down her arm and her leg. She fought the urge to swipe, and if it wasn't her own spiders, they brought terrible news. The supposedly ailing man had taken over Flera's hut, demanding riches and luxuries from the ill in exchange for false medicines. He'd thrown out her furniture and dumped the spiders into the rain, threatening to stomp them if they snuck back in. Now, it is often forgotten that spiders know an awful lot about a lot of things. With so many eyes and a knack for spinning tails, it's a natural skill. They knew exactly how to break a moss elf curse and set to spinning huge lacy webs, making a cocoon of the forest. They hummed softly, and when Flara cut through the silk, she was at the edge of the bog, her hut just up ahead. Laborers surrounded her home, painting and scraping, her precious herbs crushed beneath their feet. She peered through the window, and there was the man sitting upon a throne, and beside him, a large pile of jewels and glowstones. Flara burst through the door, and he jumped halfway to the sun. You've taken too much! There are hundreds of jewels before me, and not a one do you deserve! You haven't enough hands to even carry these riches, you snake! Now the spiders thought this was quite a funny idea, so they hummed again, and the man sprouted hundreds of hands, and his body grew long and snake-like. He shrunk smaller and smaller before slinking under the door and out into the bog. And so, you've now heard the tale of how centipedes came to be.
Whole group of adventurous folks looking to take flight. Say, you've really saved my invention. How'd you like to take a ride up to the mountaintop? Come on back when you're all shipshape and ready to go. Are you ready to head back? Thanks again for all your help. There's nothing so exciting as bringing people on a great adventure. Just let me know if you need another lift to the mountaintop, pal.
Best wishes, and, sorry for accusing you of taking my translation book. I'm sure you understand.
And I believe my work here is just about done.
Oh well, I'm happy to hear there's something of interest in those ruins. Well, I guess Vadim won't want to buy my inn anymore. Maybe he'll get more interest now anyway. Who knows, I just might convert one of these rooms into a ruins museum.
Achei! 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 Nem sabia. Nem. Alguém tá vivo aí? Não, tem jeito, filho. Tem jeito.
Hello! Are you from the university? Are you here to relieve us? Oh, sorry. It's a long way north for the typical tourist. We're a research team for the University of Nava, excavating these glaciers in search of an ancient cavern. Records show this place might have been extremely important for early inhabitants. But the progress has been slow. We're kind of expecting the university to send someone calling the whole mission off. We've been struggling. But I digress. I'm Commander Liliana. Nice to meet you. It's great to see a new face. Oh, these glaciers. So full of mystery. Look, I'm not a superstitious person. I didn't get to where I am now by believing in spirits and ghosts and the like. But the further we dig, well, things are getting eerie. Visions and sounds we can't explain. This is the reason I wrote to call off the mission. Surely there's a sensible explanation, but my crew has other notions. It's driving a wedge between us, undoubtedly. We've been out here in complete isolation for months. It's freezing. We work all day, and the winds howl constantly at night. I think it's easy to feel like we're being haunted. And now, just as we reach the cavern entrance, the tunnel collapsed again, blocking us out. No way to tell how bad the damage is. To top it off, I made the stupid call to leave the artifact bins in there last night. We might have lost everything. Months of progress, lost in a single night. We're at our wits' end, that's for sure. We can arrange that, but let's plan for tomorrow. It's been a long day already, and the crew will be wrapping up soon. We have a supply tent I'm sure you could squeeze into. Does it have the extra padding and lining to survive a night out here? I'd rather you use ours than turn into an icicle. I'll sort the tent out for you. In the meantime, why don't you get to know the crew a little better? They'd appreciate seeing a new face.
Had a chat with Commander Liliana, did you? She managed to recruit you yet? Maybe you can take my spot and I'll head back to Nava. Right. There are records of an ancient spirituality in the area. It seems to me that we might have struck a curse by opening this tunnel. I would have said so too a few months ago, but with everything happening now, it makes more sense than anything else. The texts on this area of the world are sparse. There is some information that hints heavily at curses, but I haven't found much on how to reverse them. I'll tell you, we're all very much looking forward to getting away from here. As exciting as the cavern find may be, I just don't get a good feeling from it. Mira's been having an especially hard time with everything. She specializes in glaciology, and, well, Liliana is worried that Mira should have been able to foresee the cave-in. They had a falling out this morning. Not that I should be telling you any of this, but I'm worried about her. I think it'd be great for her to see a new face. We're all starting to get under each other's skin. She walked up to the northern shore. It's a nice place to take a break. Seems less cursed, I guess.
Hello? Are you real? Very funny. Oh dear. Well, that shows you what state I'm in. I didn't expect to see a tourist all the way out here. Yeah, this is one creepy place. Best day of my life when I set foot on this big old block of ice. But now, I really wish we'd never come at all. Who told you that? Was it Fadir? He's always butting into things. My grandmother told me about spirits that haunt people who make bad choices. I always thought she was just getting me to behave. But what if it's real? You can say that. But I dare you to stay here for a night. There's definitely something out here, and I know you'd feel it too. Oh, really? Well, good luck with that. If I was you, I'd head back home right now. Yeah, I guess we will. Tell me, what would you suggest I do about the thing that won't stop talking to me? Okay, I know you're just trying to be helpful, but I actually don't feel like talking about it anymore. It's a lot to deal with. What did you want to ask about? Liliana is our commander. She says she doesn't hear any of the voices or see any of the creepy things we do, but I think she's lying. She's just trying to protect us. Fadir's a historian and an archaeologist. He was one of my professors at university. He thinks there's a curse springing on the demons. He has all kinds of ideas to break the curse. But I think they're just making things worse. We're trying to access an important cavern inside the ice, but someone, or something, doesn't want us to find it. Strange things have been happening ever since we got here. This place is just creepy. What did you want to ask about? Liliana. Strange things have been happening.
Que é aquilo? Que é aquilo? Que é aquilo? Que? Que susto!
What did you want to ask about? Strange thing. Bye. I think I managed to make enough space for you in the tent. Might be a little cozy, though. It's yours to use when you're ready. What's going on?
Mira ran inside the tunnel. She was screaming her head off and just went in.
What? We can't go in there.
I tried to stop her. We don't have a choice now.
Oh my gods, how is this happening?
I heard voices. Tens of voices, all whispering so loudly my brain felt like it would burst. I came out here to check on you all and saw Mira running off to the tunnel. She got through the rubble and now she's in there. She yelled something about finding out what they want and just ran right in. It's not safe in there. I don't know why we're still standing here. I'm going in after her.
Okay, Fedir has lost his mind too. You should go first. Nope, we're going in. Let's move. That's an order!
Wait. Oh, heck. Eu sei o que é isso. São as... São o chazinho, né? Ai! This is sweet. This is fucking sweet. Wow.
Hey, are you all right? It seems we've all had a bout of hallucinations. I think you might have managed to save us somehow. I see. It's okay, we're all still recovering. When I came to, I found you here, next to all our artifact bins. I thought maybe you were trying to build some kind of shield, but you must have stacked them up, and that hole, of course, it's a vent. When you pulled out those ice chunks, all the spores dissipated. Look at all this icy fungus. Fedir just identified it as a highly potent hallucinogen. We must have been breathing in the spores while we were digging. And that led to some powerful experiences. Mine was about 4 golden owls, leading me down a path to... Well, it doesn't matter. They're fascinating. Brought me right back to my days of experimenting with the roots. Although, not as pleasant, really. Fedir is over the moon about this.
Ah, que legal! Ai, ai. Talvez esse é o caminho que eu devia ter ido. Isso. Talvez aqui tenha que falar. Aqui! Sim. Não! Ninguém. Só um gato miando. É, eu pensei qual é, aí fui ver lá em cima e não é a Shine nem ninguém. Quer dizer, a Shine tava aqui o tempo todo. Ah, que isso? Ah, obrigado. Beleza. Tudo certo, como foi lá? Uhum. Não. Yeah? Ah, okay.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. It's a solid composition. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
Pretty locked down now. There was a dream party out on the Salt Spring Coast a few nights ago. Oh.
Gather round. Come hear tale of trickery and wit, who lived in a tiny hut at the edge of a swamp. She was skilled in the healing arts and could cure nearly any ailment.
Yes. Yes, I see. I can see all, and at the moment, I see you. I see everything about you. I will prove nothing, least of all to you. Begone! Let her divinity take you. I see you have vast untapped potential, which you have not yet fully utilized. It is clear I see things in you, which you cannot yet see for yourself. Yes, I think you are just the one I need. Tell me, have you heard of the Roots? They are a group with lazy tendencies and hedonic inclinations. The holy tea is sacred and should only be used for sacrifice to her divinity. The use of teas by mortals is loathsome. We Shez understand that dream teas were created by Tiam for use by her alone. The tea must be offered only to Tiam. I see that you are confused, but you'll understand in time. The sinful use of dream tea must be stopped. The tea must be grown for Tiam, or not at all. But the Roots members recognize us well. We need you. Will you accept this command from Tiam? You must take this vial of Tiam's antidote and splash it on the Roots tea vine. A single splash on a single leaf will do. You must first gain access to their ranks if you haven't already. It may be hard, but Tiam is with you. You needn't ask, for it is a command of Tiam. She delivered it to me directly. It is not our place to question her. I see. I won't ask how, or about what sins you have committed. You're a child of Tiam now. Will you take the vial, child? Go then, child. Go to where the Roots slink. End their terrible reign of depravity, and know that Tiam smiles upon you. Praise Tiam.
Hello, name's Toma. Nice to meet you and welcome to the farm. We're the largest distributor of bloom sacks in the entire world. My old man was always proud of that. Rest his soul. Hoping my daughter, Ceilie's her name, hoping she'll take it up after me. After attending university, of course. No way she'd miss out on the adventures offered by the Academy. No question there. She's got a handful of dreams and no one's ever gonna take them from her. Well, better get back to it. I was just taking inventory of our stores. Seems like we're missing quite a few veggies, and I've been finding apple cores everywhere. I've never heard of an animal that just leaves behind the core. And Celie hates apples, so it's not her. You let me know if you see anyone sneaking around with a bushel of fruit, alright? Nice chatting. See you. Strangest thing. After talking to you before, I found a bunch more apple cores. It isn't you eating them, is it? Didn't really think so. Celie never liked apples much. But tastes change. Must have discovered how much she loves them and can't get enough. See you. Strangest. See you.
I could grow the company. Find a new port to export our crops? You never know. By the way, can I get you a tea? You must be parched. Let's see. I've got bloomsack or mountain wort. Here you go. Blue skies, green seas, rolling the sweet summer tide for me.
Ah, tá. Podia ter ido aqui bem antes se eu quisesse. Bom. Ah, legal. Realmente. Ah, tem.
Well, well. Come to lengthen your life, eh? That's a smart choice. These springs. Well, you know about that magic, right? They'll make you live forever. Tell me, how old would you guess I am? Yes, yes, and that's because I'm always here. All day I'm in here so I can live forever. I'd rather be a little boy and live forever than have some trifling entertainment and die tomorrow. I'll tell you a secret. I'm actually 157 years old. Yes, I've seen it all, and who knows what else I'll see. Well, hear about, because I really can't leave the hot springs. One day I got sick. I felt the tenuous grip of life loosen, and I knew that I'd have to stay in here forever. I haven't set a foot outside this spring since then, and look at me now, 157 years old. It is, and you can live forever too, if you just stick around. I'm so glad I found this place. You should really consider staying here. You don't want those bones of yours to grow brittle. You should really consider staying here. You don't want those bones of yours to grow brittle.
Aha! Ta-da!
Please don't tell. Please don't tell. Please don't tell. Please don't tell.
Blue skies, green seas, rolling.
Strangest thing. After talking to you before, I found a bunch more apple cores. It isn't you, just alone in the woods? Are they okay? Take me to them right away. They must be starving.
Toma and Silly are looking after us until our dad comes back. They're so nice. We're sorry for stealing their food before. I don't know. We were fishing in the ocean with my dad, but the waves broke our boat and we got lost in the water. We woke up on a beach, but Dad wasn't with us. He's shy. He doesn't talk to anyone except me and Dad. I don't know. We woke up on a beach. Thanks for bringing us here.
Good thing you found those kids. Just living off apples for who knows how long. Hard to say, but I don't think they're from Eastshade. These two are exhausted and famished. Might be able to find out more after they've gotten a rest. Not a problem. These two can stay until we talk with the sheriff and find their parents. Hard to say, but we're going to need to whip up a meal more substantial than apples. Thanks for looking into the apple situation. I never would have expected this. I don't have much, but please take this small payment as a token of thanks. From all of us. See you. Good to see you again. No word. Sounds like there was a boating accident. I hate to think the worst, but the waves by the bluffs. Well, we're just staying positive.
Hello! Excuse me! I desperately need your help. Please, don't leave! I've been stranded in this cove for 2 days. Oh, if the old fisherman's ramp was still standing, I could have just walked out, but as it is, I'm stuck. I've been stranded in this cove for 2 days. If the old fisherman's ramp was still standing, I could have just walked out, but as it is, I'm stuck. My children and I were visiting Eastshade, and we went out on the ocean for some fishing when a terrible squall capsized us and sunk our boat. I've been stuck here, worried to death about them. Oh, thank the moon and stars. Are they safe? Where are they? Oh, this is the best news! Thank you! I just need to get out of here and find them. I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. There's no way the two of us are going to fit in that kayak of yours. But that access ramp... If you could craft a rope out of twine, I think you could hang it from the end of the ramp. Oh, thank you! Oh, I'm so lucky you found me. good to see you again. I don't like being stuck in this cove. How are you going with making the rope? You can make a rope with twine. To make the twine, you need to first find some sturdy roots. I'd make a rope myself, but this beach has nothing I can use. Believe me, I thought of that. These ropes are old and fraying, and I've had this tent for years. If I put all my weight on the ropes, they'd tear immediately.
What's the password? Come on in then.
Hi again. The shares insist that the dream teas should... What? What did they ask you to do? Oh my. This is a step further than they've ever gone. Ugh! I hate that we have to deal with this nonsense. These nonsense people and their nonsense cause. Could I have this vial? I don't know exactly what it does, but I can only imagine it's a virus that will kill our tea vine. Thank you. I will have this safely disposed of. Thank you for bringing this information to me. We will have to take extra precautions to protect ourselves and our vines from these zealots. Sheesh, these people have really outdone themselves. Here, as a token of my thanks, please take this book. It went out of print years ago. I think I've just about memorized everything in it. From one explorer to another, I think some of these brews will pique your interest. Farewell.
we've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
So, Zara has you running around the island like some sort of a unpaid assistant. I know how remote some of those hot springs are. It was no small task. And to think you won't see a single glowstone for all your trouble. What a pity for you. But the biggest waste here is how utterly pointless your task was. It's just astounding how much energy you cynics waste, all to crush the happiness of believers. Or maybe it's to prove to yourselves that you haven't been missing out on something wonderful, which you have. But I'm no psychologist, I'm just a merchant. Don't mind me. I just bring life and joy to a city full of happy customers. Listen here, I will give you 200 glowstones if you give me those hot spring samples and never say another word to Zara. Absolutely not. I'm trying to save myself the public relations nightmare Zara is trying to cause with all her nonsense. You're an absolute fool. I know my elixir extends life, as surely as I know the moon will hide the sun tomorrow. But I also know Zara's science won't find anything special in the spring water that will explain it. Maybe. Or maybe those university snobs don't know everything. Maybe there's something more to that water, something they can't see with their microscopes, something they don't understand. But just because they can't see it with their fancy tests, that doesn't mean it's not magical. You have to trust me on that. So, are you going to take the glowstones or not? You and Zara are going to rob so many people of Eastshade's greatest gift.
It's going to be enough. How's the hot You do? Fantastic! That can't have been easy. I understand that some of those hot springs are quite remote. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I'm going to get right to analyzing it. It shouldn't take long. Come back in an hour if you want to see the results. This could really put that con artist out of business. Medva is an old bearfolk family name. A few bearfolk around here have ancestors named Medva. Our own ranger, Victor, down at the national park is one that comes to mind. His ancestors were voyagers long ago. From what I've heard around town, Lady Samira also has family in the Medva line.
I saw your pass. Have a good one.
Some blue here, green, no, yellow.
Leave me be, child.
A fine... You'll never guess what the whole... What? Definitely.
Greetings. Hi. I have a message for you from North Seas Shipping. Safe travels.
Let me know if you need any weird tasting ground up plants. Let me know if you need any weird...
Well, look what you've done. You've run me out of business. By tomorrow, I'll be out of here. And some junky shop nobody wants will take my place. Get lost.
See you later.
What crunchy scales. Scrumptious raw fish. I can't wait until dinner time. What?
Leave us, you heathen. You think I don't know what you did? I see all! Tiem will serve you justly in the end. Praise Tiem. Leave us. Praise Tiem.
You don't look like you're from around here. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else?
What can I do? Mind the plants underfoot!
Da-dee-da, mice in my garden, fiddle-dee-dee, squash in my stew. See you soon.
Hi again. It's nice to see you. Medva is the family name of our dear park ranger Victor. Though, the name sets a prickle in the back of my mind. Seems there was a trader in Nava who also had the blood in the Medva line. It's hard to recall the details sometimes.
I have nothing to say to you. Just get out.
The salty sea air. Certainly.
I just can't.
Thanks again for the canvas.
Can't you leave a person to mourn in peace? Is that Annabelle? Why did you paint her all ruined like that? Is this supposed to memorialize a resting place? Then you do understand this tragedy. Thank you. She would thank you too, if she was still alive. I don't want anything to do with this painting. It's a thoughtful gesture, but you keep it. Take these. There's nothing worse than arriving in a new place glowstoneless. Now leave me be. Oh, our ship. Such a good ship she was. It's really a terrible place to be stranded. A ship murdering. None of that matters now, though. Oh, my poor. Now leave me be.
Heading back to the mainland? Do you already have a ticket or are you looking to buy? Oh, you were on the Annabelle. Terribly sorry about that. Do you wish to board now? You don't have to take this ship. There are many coming through, all going to the mainland. Your ticket is valid for any North Seas shipping vessel. Have a nice trip. Heading back to the mainland? Oh, once you board, there's no turning back. You'll be mainland bound. Are you done with all your business here in Eastshade? We've got you in the very best room. Go right ahead. Have a nice trip.
Ah, eu tava certo. Será que o jogo tava pra ver a cartinha? Oh, que lindo.